Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we are continuing the World of Warcraft Hardcore journey of our hunter Syken Shoots. It is still official servers of Stitches. It is still with a lot of positive momentum and just enjoying the playthrough really. Today we are not going to Strangathorn because I already have been there. But I couldn't really fully record, and B, it wasn't that interesting. So we haven't really lost a lot, but I figured I will give you an update about the things that developed since. So for starters, you can see that we have a new pet. His name is Tenza, and Tenza is going to be our gorilla that is going to work with us in the future. So he's already submissive, 3 out of 6 loyalty. Tensa eats fruits, bananas in particular, and mushrooms, which is what apes tend to do. Thus I also bought exactly that, because Tensa is supposed to be our pet until a little bit later in the game. Tensa on top of that does have the pet or the gorilla unique ability Thunder Stomp, which is a great AoE ability. So whenever we're now having additional enemies, 2 at least, he will start to Thunder Stomp, and that will generate a huge amount of threat, which is good because that allows us to basically not care about the ads for a while. Tensa also is a bit better at taking damage, but a little bit worse at dishing out damage. 5% less damage compared to felines, but much better at tanking, and the Thunder Stomp ability. Overall, all of the pets are serviceable. If you want to fully min-max it, you're going with felines or raptors or owls, but I'm actually okay with doing something different. 32 was the earliest level that we could take him. We couldn't do it. We're now 35, and Tensa on the other hand is 34, kind of on his way to 35. So we tamed him and got a new pet out of Strangathorn, which is already the biggest news. On top of that, I basically did all of the Nessing Way quests. It was the starter just to get going, and that allowed us to do a nice little sweep. Got a lot of beasts killed, and we're now on our way to do the exact same here in the Arathi, no, not Arathi Highlands, South Shore, so Hillspread Foothills it is. There are a couple of quests that we need to do here. Number 1, we got the turtles that are going all the way up the river. Number 2, we need to deal with the syndicate assassins, which we can do right there. Number 3, we need to clarify a Yeti fur. Are you saying Papa? My daughter, in a rare moment, is visiting me during the pre-evening ceremony of going to bed. So normally she has no media consumption. It's not good for children in that age, but today it's a little exception. We're in real life nearing Christmas, and therefore we do a little exception here. Very good. So that's the plan for today. I would say I'll be grinding all of the turtles all the way up here, whilst we're fast forwarding that for you. That was a bit the summary of what we're doing for now, and then we're going to kind of rejoin when it is syndicate time. Alright, so we're back. It took a while to get my daughter to sleep. Dead gaming for life. It had been a few hours. Anyways, we're trading in the quests that we do have. By the way, a little trick here. From time to time are assassins around here that spawn an entire new quest line. But they are very rare and unfortunately level 38. So if we happen to step right into them, then we better are prepared. So got another turtle recipe, which isn't too bad. Like that's what? 8 stamina and spirit? Okay, we can do that. You know what? Let's do it right away. Okay, our next stop will be to kill Yetis before we're going for the Syndicate. I also got myself the Spirit of Sansara, which is a world buff. No assassins, not today. So, let's ride to Bartolo's Yeti or Yeti fur cloak. I got all of the mats, just don't have the Yeti kills yet. Alright, here we go. So, Yetis, one of my favorite parts. These guys essentially have very limited hit points, no special abilities, and with world buffs, the cave is even a great spot for grinding. Getting the all relevant timer out. Let's see with our new pet how much the DPS loss and the datedness of our gun impacts our killing speed. Although we do have a blue crossbow, we ought to remember that the crossbow is meanwhile also like 4 or 5 levels old. More even. It's 27, we're 35, 8 levels old, so it's past its prime. Yet we're still having 17-18 seconds kill time without using any special abilities. So that's a little bit more than 3 kills per minute. Tensa definitely works well. Not yet. Oh, he's dependable, which means we can train him. And he is on his way to level 35 as well. Slowly but surely getting there. Yeah, we'll just wait until we can get him great stamina 5. And then a couple of resists and we should be good. Good, for those Yetis we just need 10 of their furs. Pretty straightforward quest actually. Interestingly enough, there are a couple of dungeons going on. Gnome Regan with level 35 we would have out-leveled. Scarlet Monastery I don't want to do yet because I don't have the Scarlet Monastery quest. There's an ad, by the way that we're dealing with that is Thunder Stomp. And you can see, even though I do have rapid fire on, Tensa is very much holding aggro, which is fantastic. So yeah, we're in a weird place in terms of dungeons. I had that one offer for Gnome Regan. Needed to pass because I didn't have like the 1.5 hours required to run the dungeon. And ever since, didn't really have an offer for a dungeon. The problem is also that kind of beginning to mid-30s, there's RFK, which is more 28 to 30, if we're entirely honest. Then in the mid-30s, there are a couple of Scarlet Monastery things, but you actually really want to do it in one swoop. And not just distributed over like multiple runs. So we rather want to be 38-ish to do Scarlet Monastery, kind of full clear, and then Razorfang down, full clear. Basically getting both of the one-handed swords, which not only from the DPS but also from their stats are going to be our new standard weapons. Also being closer to level 40 means we can almost wear mail, and that gives a reasonable justification for rolling on the excellent mail pieces that, for instance, Scarlet Monastery is having. The shoulders and the head in the armory, just as an example. So yeah, interesting, overall interesting. Yet again, no shot for our dungeoneering. Maybe this is the no dungeon or low dungeon playthrough at the end of the day, which is really a shame because I like the dungeons and I know they make for the best content. But it is what it is, can't really change it. It also does make for good content if I'm now with 35 going into, I don't know, Razorfang Crowl, everything is grey, green, and I can almost solo the dungeon. No one would be happy with that. Anyways, fast forward whilst I'm completely eradicating this Yeti cave. Alrighty, so time for us to kill a couple of syndicates. Also try to pull too many. There is a side quest here, a mountain lion side quest. I've already killed quite a few on the way here. And luckily most of these quests here are indeed kill quests. The only one that was a drop quest was the Yeti one. And that is now completely done. I think I might make my way over to the other camp. Because there are plans on one of the tables, which leads to another quest. It's called Syndicative Letter. Might as well just move all the way here, avoid Terran Mill like the plague, because that's the #1 location to die. And be happy that our pet is now dependable, has a lot of training points, and is level 35. Fantastic. Same level as we are. We'll only get further experience once we are 36. The pets always are a little bit delayed in their leveling. Unless, of course, you're 60 and you're like getting a new pet, then you just need the time that needs to pass. The loyalty comes with time, I think 2 or 3 hours of actual play time, and then they are submissive. So that's definitely a possibility at level 60 to upgrade Cypher into kind of a snow leopard, like a level 60 snow leopard. That would be super cool. Good, we're going to do the Syndicate here, Knuckles down there, do all of the little mountain lions, and then we should be okay for the first iteration of quests. Quite happy with Tensa so far. I'm not noticing a meaningful deterioration in DPS. Yes, kill speed has slightly slowed down, but there is also the explanation that we don't have an up-to-date weapon anymore. Like I shouldn't say we don't have an up-to-date weapon. Green weapons of the same level do have the same DPS as we do, but still, it could be better. Putting a proactive trap in here. And if you carefully look, there's one patrol that's coming around, so we're going to snatch that one next. That's the next patrol, triplet. Just need to play it right. Get the pet back. Spring the trap. And now we need all of the cooldowns, so pet proactively healing. Drinking as much as we can. Sending pet in. Getting a nice little triplet pull. Rapid fire. That's the cool part about the gorilla. It's a bit more beefy, therefore can take more of a beating. And AoE, it holds the aggro very well. The thunderclap is just phenomenal. So those 4 patrols are all gone. Should have used one of our explosives as well. And whilst we're here, drinking all of our stat, eating all of our stat food as well. We don't need him for a quest, but he could add. He's social to the others. Yeah, I'm effectively creating a showcases of how to do all of this camp without pulling extras. Just realizing. Another trap. On this table there are the plants. Good, we'll use the trap in a second. Basically pulling that thief back. He will add. There's the add. And now the add is slowed into a thunderclap. Nice putting them both in the middle of the trap. Can't run away because they are in the middle of the trap. Frost trap is really strong. I like it. Freezing trap also super good, but only short-term crowd control. This one here is better from a kiting perspective. Good, we're going for the wizard. Stun. Nope, didn't happen. Now the stun finally happened. Unfortunately for us, the ads also happened. Switched the target in the middle, just so that the healing wouldn't take too much aggro. And that's an entire camp quickly dissolved. Man, sucks being you guys. That's another quest mob, and then we're done. We just need both of the plants and get out of here. Right when the first thief begins to respawn. This here is, by the way, not a forced respawn location, so as you can see, you can be empty, but our own kill speed is now kind of biting us into the rear, because we just had enough kill speed to kill everything in time, every single one, before the first one starts to respawn. Okay, cool. Good job. That quest is almost done, and a little bit of extra kills we can get in a moment. Just one more footpath and then we're done. In the meantime, let's get all of the ogres here, because that's our next big quest. And we also have an elite quest, which aims to do the elite ogres way later, but these guys also, there are also tomes that you need to drop to collect. Typically the elite ogres are dropping them, but funnily enough these like solo ogres are also dropping them. So the quest is two-part, because you also need a worn leather book, which is in the center of a little cathedral or townhouse. So you can't do that solo, at least not at level 35. But you can do the rest, pretty much. And I'm looking at our XP. By the way, I stayed logged in for a while. We have now officially give and take 40 hours, and we're 35. But that also includes being logged in when I was not playing, so we cannot fully keep up the 1 hour per level shtick anymore. But it's still okay. We're doing very, very well for ourselves. Good. I think this year will be one of those situations where I'm just going to grind these guys down, because not much is happening. The ogres are just falling over, essentially, or falling ogre, depending on what you think. And they will give us the loot. We need 9 dirty knuckle bones, which will take a while. Alright, so we got all of the ogres successfully killed. Now it's just a matter of getting a few more mountain lions. The hulking ones are particularly difficult to find, but we are lucky since the server is so empty. You can run into enough wildlife to get that done. And I think we need to kill one more syndicate loser as well. Already spotted out that there is another hulking lion. It's almost as if the game is giving us exactly what we need in terms of spawns. 2 normal mountain lions would be the other kill that we need. And then we do have quite a few quests actually to return home with. I'm also thinking there are follow-up quests, not only the elite ones here, 38, but also kind of the northern ones. But that's 38 to rather 40, so relatively high quests. Equally, there are a couple of Arathi quests in exactly that spectrum, but there are also Arathi quests that we can do like right now. So hints of a new plague, for instance, worth weight in gold, Northfold Manor, Prince Trapped even, that is very much doable. So yeah, I'm considering that we're just taking essentially the quests that are level appropriate and then leaving the remaining quests for kind of level 40, because we can go over to Arathi, at least the quest that we can do now, and then a really good area for 36 Fourth Following is basically here, because you can do all of the quests at that level, the entire zone. We're going to level, we're level 36, so we could easily do Duskwater Marsh. And after Duskwater Marsh we're at 37, which yet again is a good level for our endeavor to Desolace, which we wanted to do. So that could be a plan of attack. Got plenty of quests over here on that side of the continent. And the game of course wants to push us into the Badlands. Nifty Stopwatch is a really good argument, but I'd rather do that after Desolace, kind of near the 40s, because there's another quest hiatus, and then you can do Badlands into Swamp of Sorrows. That's typically quite good. Alright, let's move and trade in. Alright, encrypted letter. Thank you. That's number one.
How are you?
That's not bad. That's pretty damn good as well. We got something good though. And that's a major, more significant upgrade. Okie dokie, more trade in. Dirty Knucklebones, thank you. Follow up quest, thank you. Come on, we know there are a couple of assassins. Apparently not. They've taken a big Christmas holiday.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend. Be careful. For the Alliance. Life bless you. Be careful. Greetings. For the Alliance. Life bless you.
Very nice. So what are we looking at? Got the Assassin's Contract, which we can't take. Could take the Noble Rings. I mean, that's definitely an option. But that's also an option still at level 40. I don't need to do that now. We have a few Ironforge trade-ins. What else do we have? Is everything done? This one we're going to do later. This one we don't need to do right now, and I think the rest is pretty much done and dusted really. So it's off to the Arathi Highlands as a next step after we are selling. And we are right where we want to be. Northfold Manor, thank you. I'll take that, worth its weight in gold. Absolutely. No. Those are the elite quests. We're not doing them yet. Hints of a new plague. Into... Nah, let's do Syndicate Matters into Worth Its Way in Gold. Wait. This is just with the... Yeah, nah. We're just doing Syndicate Highwaymen for now. And then afterwards we're trading back in. I think there was a follow-up quest over here. Hints of a New Plague is turning into a escort quest, if I'm not mistaken. And this down here is a super cool quest. Could essentially do this into this, get the princess quest, then go all the way up there, do first part of the princess, do this part, and Hints of a New Plague, which would be this. Yep, plenty of quests that we still can do. And they all set us up for bigger and better quests later down the line. These guys here we could kill, but it's not needed. We're doing it all in one swoop when we're down there. Yeah, Arathi is a fun place for both sides. It's really an interesting one. I never appreciated the quests because many of them are a little bit more difficult to find or start, but once you do have the starter quests down, it's actually not too bad. And it does have a lot of raptors, so if I ever wanted a raptor pet, this would absolutely be the place to be. Plus raptors aren't too bad in dropping food related items. Okay, this here, prime spot to be ambushed. All of these assassins are typically making it difficult, but with flares, so good. Good, so what's the deal here? Oh yeah, we need just the kill quest. Lots of highwaymen. Okay, well, that's easier than expected. I think there might be another one over there. You know, we can, to be honest, we can just kill everybody. It's easy enough. These guys have a perfect level range for us. A few level beneath us. We can spot them out. Their stealth isn't working particularly well against us. And I can finally use flares. I know there are more hidden ones kind of up here. There we go. Alright, simple kill quest. Good, a bit of fast forwarding. Alright, so we're done with the grinding, and I also finished a couple of other small stuff. So last thing we checked, we were here. I went to the princess, did all of that cave, which took a while, and then killed a bunch of trolls. We are already 66% in, quite a bit actually, because of all of the kill experience. Currently I'm clearing this hill because we still have one quest that I deemed was interesting, but I need a high point, a point of vantage, so that I can overlook the valley without being interrupted. So there is a Forsaken courier, but they come with, I think, 4 or 5 ads. So I think it's a full group of Forsaken, and they do have a sealed letter, which is the target of my little quest. Basically we need to find out if the Scourge was behind the attacks on Hillspread, and this guy moves all the way from here to Hillspread, all the way to Terran Mill and back. Super long movement path, and as you can imagine, I'm not particularly keen in just running through all of that, but we're using an ability that I haven't used a whole lot, which is Eagle Eye. And fun fact about Eagle Eye is it works different to Farsight. You can't like recast it once you have cast it, but it is one of those spells that indeed does have unlimited range. So although all of this here is not fully rendering in, I can very much like follow the trail which would go all the way to here. Good, so we now know that the undeads are not on that side. Nope, nothing. Still nothing. Gosh, I'm overlooking the entirety of this valley. It's more and more difficult to hit the spots back there. Nothing. Is he really in yet a completely different zone? Out of curiosity, like how far can I really see with it? That must be the edge of rendering. Even if we would fully render in, that would be the edge, wouldn't it? My guy Broom up here. Yeah, well, I haven't found them. Might get them in the next turn. I will not like go above and beyond just to find them. We've pretty much killed everything here. It's time for us to trade in with its weight in gold, and then we're done. And it's overall trade-in time. Ironforge next. Maybe a good time to also learn some more engineering recipes. Good. One over fist, a little bit too high level for us. Yeah, that means we're flying back to Ironforge. I'll do a lot of behind the scenes work, and the next time that we're continuing the playthrough, that'll be likely from here. Essentially flying over to Theramore and doing that entire quest chain plus trading in those 2 quests over here. Seems like a legit idea. Let's do that. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.